Hi everyone! I finally made it to Hobbycraft, which is here in UK. It's a kind of crafting supplies shop, and it's got some art supplies as well, so things like professional watercolor paints or acrylics and brushes and things like that, palettes, paper. But I find that I don't tend to buy those there usually because the quality isn't always great. I feel like customers maybe open some of the tubes sometimes, and then the paint kind of wouldn't be as good of a quality if you'd buy it somewhere like on Jackson's or Amazon, is where I now buy all of my art supplies in terms of paints and acrylic inks and everything, and I know that it's guaranteed to be in great condition. So but when I go to Hobbycraft, I generally want to buy something to have fun with. So when I go to Hobbycraft, I don't have anything specific in mind in the sense of what I need, because chances are I'm not going to find it. So I just like to go there and kind of just have a browse. And I haven't been there since, I think maybe January was the last time, or maybe even December. So yeah, it was fun. I have taken Mason, and the main reason was to go there and find a few things to use to create some crafty or arty projects with him. So something child orientated. But yeah, so I didn't include these things here. I just included a couple of things which I thought some of you might find useful. And so, okay, so first of all, I have here Sennelier Acrylic Paint. Now, I have seen these for the first time. These are called Abstract Innovative Acrylic. I don't know if it's artist grade or if this is a student grade, because, you know, it tends to be that acrylic comes also in two varieties generally. So yeah, I have no idea about that, but here is the thing. Let's actually see, so there's some information in the back which I haven't read yet. So it says here, this is abstract heavy body acrylic, highly pigmented, ultra strong and see-through container, no waste, made in France. Okay, so obviously the way they're presented is very different to how I'm used to buying acrylics. So generally this is what I know, like a tube. So these just remind me of like a mayonnaise type of a packaging. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. I think if I had loads of them, I'm not sure, you know, how they would stand up. They kind of tip over easily. I prefer tubes, but I guess maybe this is easier. I don't know. These are also, as you can see, transparent, so you can see how much you have left as you're using them up. But also from squeezing them completely, you can feel how much is left. So that's it. Also, you can see the exact color. That's very helpful. So I got two colors. Now, the first color that really spoke to me is this yellow ochre, and it's a 252. It's a gorgeous mustard color, and I am super into it lately. And the pigment is PY42 and light fastness 1. They kind of seem like they are artist grade, but I can't see anything here to say whether they are or aren't. And then the other color I got is the iridescent pearl, which I thought is a great mixative to add to other colors. I don't know how well this will translate in the camera, but it's a very kind of beautiful pearlescent color. So I have done already a couple of swatches so you could see what they look like, and I am actually really happy with the quality of the paint. It seems very matte. It's actually matter than like some of my other acrylics. And so this is the one that's the yellow ochre. This is the iridescent pearl on its own, and you can see that beautiful sheen it has. And then then I decided to mix the two and see if I can get like a gold color. I wasn't aiming for a gold, but I thought that it would possibly make a gold, and it did. I mean, it's a definitely like a pale gold, and you could use this color to mix into any of your colors. I think it would look so pretty with something like this one, which is a light portrait pink. It's like a peachy pink. I think together with that it would look so pretty. So the reason I got those two colors is to use for a portrait color palette, and yeah, quite happy with them. I got a couple other things here in the glass, but I think I'll get to them in a minute. A few small things, which is inevitable when you go to Hobbycraft, just some kind of eye candy that you always spot. So here is just a button mix. I mean, the colors were so pretty. I definitely would use them for something, so I didn't get them for anything specific. But yeah, I love the color palette. And I needed some small buttons anyway when I do kind of create things for Mason. Then we have the clear alphabet stamps. I quite like the kind of hand script, or like it looks very handwritten with a thin pencil or something type of a font, and I really liked it. So I got that one. The quality is never fantastic of this sort of a stamp set. It's never going to be a high quality. So this is like silicone, which is not as sticky, or it doesn't stay adhered on the acrylic block as well as the high quality stamp sets. But it does the job, and I kind of used it here already a little bit. I'm just trying to get it on view. So here I just documented saying first Hobbycraft haul since lockdown. And again, this paper is very picky. There's only a number of things that work really well on it, and even stamping doesn't work as well. So yeah, I wouldn't put it down to the stamping set. I think it's more to do with the paper. So then that's that. The next thing I got was this small sketchbook, and it says here it's 140 GSM, and it seems to be for, it says here, all media acid-free cartridge paper. It's 14 by 14 centimeters, and it's just nice paper. It's not too thin, and it kind of, these small sketchbooks are very great for just keeping for little notes, you know, maybe like a color combination that you like or something. And I first was getting it thinking I might give it to Mason, but I'm not sure. I think I'll keep that one for myself. He has a couple of sketchbooks anyway. Okay, so that's that. And then I got this one just to have as an extra kind of paper, always useful when I'm demoing things. So this is by Hobbycraft, so that's their own brand, and it's mixed media paper, which is again great for me because I like to use different mediums. This is 250 GSM, and you can use inks and pastels and pencils and all sorts of acrylics. It says here watercolor, and you get 40 acid-free pages. And this is the size of it, so there you go. It's an A5, and it has a lovely texture to it. It's a pure white, so you can see compared to the Cuddy paper sketchbook here. And yeah, so again, that's a great way of kind of just tearing off a paper if I need to test something, and more than a sketchbook, just like testing products really. Next thing is a bit of a funny one. So I got it to use with Mason, but I thought I'll show it to you anyway. When I grabbed this, this was like in the kids section, and it had these like different little games and things. I just saw flower press. I didn't see instant, and I certainly didn't see microwave. So when I got home and I unpacked it last night, I was very interested because This is something I haven't heard of before or even seen. So I like the idea of pressing flowers. And the problem with pressing flowers generally is the time. So it's the time, and also sometimes there's too much moisture in the flower petals. Maybe the petals are a bit too thick, or it could be a number of things. And apart from taking too long to dry, they also lose their colors. Now this product promises to keep the color and dry out the flowers quickly by using microwave. I've never heard something like that is even possible, so I haven't tried it. I will update you, but I thought if you are keen to be like pressing small flowers, because you'll see the plate is quite small, you might want to look into this. What is the brand? So it says here interplayuk.com. So check them out. This is the website right here. Maybe there's something like that in the US as well. I don't know. So this is what it looks like. The concept is super simple, but it's sort of believable. I don't know if it works. Like I said, I haven't tried it yet, but I definitely will try, and I will let you know how I get on. So there's a little instruction booklet here, which I have read, and I will just quickly share with you that basically what you do is there's two plates like that. There are two needles to hold them together. There are two cotton sheets, and then there is 4 of these kind of thick felt sheets. So what you do is you open the plate like a little book, and then you put 2 of the felts and 1 of the cotton sheet on top, and then you put your desired flower, which is recommended. You don't pick a too thick or too many petaled flower like a rose or something like that. Pick something that would be more delicate, and it's likely to dry in a better way. And then you do the same thing on top. So again, 1 sheet of the cotton fabric here and 2 of the felts, and then the second plate goes over. Then you use these needles to insert on each side, and it's nice and sort of compressed. And then you put it in the microwave on its full power for 20 seconds. What's important is add like a glass of water there, of cold water it says, so that nothing, the flower doesn't burn. I can't quite see, I mean my microwave on full power 20 seconds does like nothing. So yeah, it says there if you then check your flower and it's not fully dried, then do it again, but do it always at 20 seconds. Seems to be the best result is what they're saying. And do it however many times you need to get there. Apparently it will dry the flower out and keep the colors. So yeah, let's see if it works. But it was like £10 I think for this, so not too expensive, but I hope it works. Okay, then finally let's look into these few things here. So I got a decoupage, you know, those little animals that they create out of like paper or whatever, and then you need to buy some decoupage paper and PVA glue or something like that, and just use it with a brush and then apply the pieces of thin tissue paper around the animals or whatever it could be. It could be even like letters, it could be little sculptures of any sorts. And so that's what I'm planning to do with Mason. I got 2 brushes so we can do it together. And I haven't done one of those in like forever. Also I have a big elephant head, which I bought, I think I bought it when we first moved here. So a good like 3 years now, probably, if not more. And I was going to do that for his room, and I haven't done it. So maybe we'll try to do it. We got a unicorn as well to do with him. Okay, next thing. I got this glass. Now, it's very pretty, and obviously I make handmade watercolors. So I thought this might be useful to measure things, although yeah, I'm not sure. The other thing, I thought I might use it as a second what's it called, as a second water glass type of thing, or as for right now, I always run out of glasses for like keeping a certain color palette of pencils. So I'll show you. There's something I've been working on, and I have these pencils here, and I tend to, when I work on a project, hang on to things. So I wouldn't immediately put everything away. I would want to hang on to them and see if I get inspired again on this color palette for another project. So the problem is I have these little piles of pencils like everywhere at the moment, and they are from different brands, so I can't, you know, if I just start putting them back into boxes, it would be hard for me to know exactly what I used. So I just leave them on the side of my desk, so I might use that for that. Anyway, speaking of which, I picked up 2 new pencils from the Polychromos Faber Castell. One is brown ochre and the other is green gold, which I didn't have. And I swatched them out right here. So this is the green gold and brown ochre. They're fantastic. As you can see, all the colors I got, they're all to do with portraits and skin tones and all of that. So that's what I had in mind. The next thing I want to tell you is I got these Faber Castell. I'm not sure of the packaging because, again, I sometimes feel like Hobbycraft has old packaging for art supplies sometimes. Whether this is what they actually look like, I'm not entirely sure, but it says here Goldfaber Aqua. There were actually a couple of pencils from the same range which look completely different. They were like, they didn't have the ridges, they were completely smooth and darker grey, so I wasn't sure which one is the old version, which is the new, but this is the ones I got. They are in 3 colors, the 132, 131 and 130. The lightest is the light flesh, then we have medium flesh and dark flesh. I can't quite see how this can be dark flesh, it's just the pink really. But yeah, they're pretty pink, so I would definitely use them for cheeks and things like that, not for skin tones. I can't quite see this being a skin tone, but this is great skin tone. So the final thing I wanted to mention is these masking fluid brushes. So I have bought the masking fluid a while ago, which mine started to discolor into this pink. I don't have much experience with masking fluid. I did use it at college a few times, but that was ages ago. So I decided to see how I like it. But of course you need to have some sort of tools, and originally I thought to use it with something like that, like a silicone type of a tool, but that wouldn't really load much of a product. So then I saw these brushes and I thought that's fantastic because I can start using my masking fluid this way. So these brushes are specifically designed to be used with masking fluid, and they are by the brand Frisk Art and Craft Materials, like that. I'm not familiar with the brand, so I don't know, but they seemed pretty good. So there's a size 0, size 2 and size 4, and I have used the middle size. Oh, that's not very useful. They don't write the numbers on the brushes. So that would have been a size 2 then. Might be better off keeping them in this sleeve actually. And so, I don't know, I mean, they're not... I can't quite see how they would be much different to just like a regular acrylic brush, to be honest with you. Because the masking fluid does dry in the bristles as you're using it. So there's like no certain repellent in the bristles or anything like that. But they obviously come to a nice tip so you can achieve finer details. And I don't know if you can see on this page, I had already a little play around, and that's what I created. So basically first I drew kind of this flower with the leaves on the paper with the masking fluid and using this middle brush. and that's the thickness of the line. So I guess I could go thinner or thicker depending on what I wanted. And then I did watercolor on top, let it dry, try to peel off the masking fluid. This paper again is super picky. It's not great for mixed media or anything other than a couple of things. And so the paper peeled. I have to also try it on other papers because I know some masking fluid tend to do that in general. And yeah, I mean, I enjoyed using them. Like I said, there's still some masking fluid that dried up inside the brush that I couldn't get rid of, but you know, it's I don't know how different this would be to any other fine brush from for a acrylic brush or type of thing. So that's it that I have to report today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.